What are we playing today, Jennifer?
The Legacy of Count or Duke.
Want to try this again?
What are we playing, Barry?
We're playing Legacy, the Testament of Duke de Crecy.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
So, Jennifer, the Duke wrote you a letter.
He wrote you a letter. Okay. Noble lady, if these words have reached you, this means that I am no longer of this earth, and I have joined my ancestors in a more peaceful place. Whether you found this manuscript in an old library, in a chest buried deep in a cave, or perhaps in a dusty old box, know you hold in your hands the last words of Duke de Crecy. In this last moments of my life, my thoughts return to the powerful houses, the great teachers and noble gentlefolk of France. Leaders and noble gentlefolk of France that fate has placed on my path. What mark have I left on the ever-spinning wheels of history? Wath is my legacy. Wath is my legacy. You have probably not even heard of the noble house de Crecy, but the history we have made and the glorious moments we have had. My name has never managed to rise above the vast ocean of mediocrity. I did not marry my children off to the rulers of the world. I have brought others, not myself, to achieve the highest honors. I warn you, my lord, do not go down this road. All those years of intrigues, manipulations, and scheming behind the scenes have brought me nothing but bitter oblivion. I'm sorry. Oldie time handwriting. It's not my forte. Prepare yourself and your family for the forthcoming storms. Make sure your name is on the lips of random men on street corners, worthy of its fame, indeed eternalized in the annals of history itself. Take care to marry your sons to the daughters of powerful men, and give your daughters to those who excel in greatness. Fight for the laurel wreaths and honors to be bestowed on your grandchildren, and do not let anyone outrun them in this race. May their deeds and endeavors be the talk of the nation, discussed at each hall or ball, party and event of importance. Have palaces and mansions erected to be celebrations of the power of your name for generations to come. Be wise when investing in your wealth, and your grandsons will still sip the sweet nectar of profit when you have left this world for good yourself. Mind those words as written in this, the last will of the Duke de Crecy. Leave a great legacy to the world, the power of a house that will grow in strength with each new century. Signed, Duke de Crecy.
Okay, so now, as Jen said, we're trying to build our houses to be noble. Now this is done through honor points. Okay, whoever has the most honor points at the end of 3 generations, a total of 9 rounds, will win the game. Okay, and we get these honor points by prestige, having children, okay, and our benefactor, what is it? Benefactor, yeah, I think it's benefactor goals, okay? Now, we can also do this by going on missions, which we'll go on into in a second. So, we each start with a matriarch or a patriarch, depending male or female. I think we both did male, right?
Yeah, I usually go female, but I tried male this time.
Okay, so I'll be the blue guy, Jen will be the white guy, and it'll tell us here how many cards we get, how much income we start off with, how much coins we have, and we also get an additional action marker. Mine is blue, which means I will be able to go to this space here, okay, which will allow me to have 2 children instead of 1, but it comes at a price of a friend and 2 coin. Jen will start off with the yellow one, which will allow her to get either a title or do a contribution to the town. Alright, now we'll start off with a certain amount of friend cards, and this it depends on which head of the family card they start off with. Jen starts off with 6. I start off with 5. And we have 5 out in the open that we can choose from through different actions. And who are they, Jennifer?
Yeah, I can't read them. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh.
Fine. We have Veronica, the bourgeois. Yeah, his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's French. She gives you 2 cards, and you gain a yellow token. We have Alexander, the promising scientist. I don't know all the ethnicities, but he's a scientist. We have George, the dignitary son. He's American. We have Nicholas, the petty merchant, and Nancy, the sailor's daughter.
Okay. Why don't you shoot the camera? Your goal, your benefactor gold. Patron. Is that what they call patron?
Patron?
Patron card. That's
Patron
what it's
card.
called.
I don't think Barry will remember what it is. I have Benjamin Franklin. He's my patron.
I'll just show the camera. And then I have this guy here.
Can't see him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll zoom in on it. Sorry for the camera being up so high on this one. This game takes up a lot of table space. So, what we're going to be doing is, like I said, playing through 3 generations, okay? It'll actually be 4, because the last generation can be used towards scoring. And any of their nationality symbols or their trait symbols can be used throughout the entire family. Alright, so we'll be building all from the head of the family, and then the 2nd generation, and then the 3rd generation. And like I said, the 4th generation will not actually be able to do anything, but they will count towards points at the end of the game. So, Jennifer, what you going to do?
I'm going to get married.
Okay, now as soon as you get married, you will marry the person to a friend card. Okay, and then if it is just a regular marriage, you can, you'll have to pay or get paid depending on whether it's a male or female. Usually the female will allow you to get money, but not always. And then you follow down to the bottom of the card and you do their special abilities and any special actions.
Okay, she allows me to take a face-up card, which I'm going to do.
She gives you $2.
She gives me $2. She also gives me 2 stars if I have at least 6 in my hand, which I do.
Okay, so Jen will get 6 stars, or honor points as they're called.
No, I will get 2.
2? I thought you said 6.
No, if I have at least 6
Oh,
cards.
2, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
But I get to have a kid.
Yes, once you are married, you have a child. Now, Jen drew a complication at birth. What this means is Jen would have to choose whether the mother or a child would die. Okay, now if it is the head of the family, then the child, and the head of the family is a woman, then the child must die. But in this case, Jen's head of the family was a male, so she can choose whether the mother will die or the child will die.
I'm gonna kill her.
Not kill her? Okay, so she's discarded.
Do I keep that there?
Yes.
Even though I got married?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
And you would draw to have a kid.
You have to draw to have another.
Yeah, you still have the kid, just the mother dies.
Alright.
Okay, now you only get 1 complication of birth through 1 generation. Alright, so now Jen had 1 in the 1st generation. She cannot have 1 again in the 1st generation.
But my children could have these complications.
Yes. Now, as you see, the children cards are double-sided. The males and females are different colors, and they have little girls and boys on the one side and young men and women on the other. When the child is born, you would put the younger people face up, and then when they grow up, at the beginning of the next generation, you flip it around. And if they have special text on them, like this one does with Jen, you would do that when they grow up normally. There's 1 card in the children's stack for both the male and female that'll you'll do as soon as they're born, and that's surprise twin cards. But usually any other special text on the male or female children card will take effect when the kids grow up. Alright, so Jen's done?
Yep.
Alright, so then I will take a turn. I will do an action. And I'm going to get married. Oh, the board's upside down. There we go. I will get married to... I'll get married to Rose here. Okay. Now, she will give me $2. Okay. I will be able to draw one of these face-up cards. Okay, and place them in my hand. And then do the effect now. I get 1 prestige point for Rose. And then I'll do the special ability for the card. Now, these normally are one-shot deals. Okay, in this case, I would get 2 honor points for every other English person in my family. There are no English people in my family other than her, so I will not get that. Normally, like I said, these effects are a one-shot deal as soon as the card is played, for the most part. Some of them say gen on it, which means you can use the ability throughout the generation. Alright, back to you, Jen.
Oh, it's my turn? I'm surprised. I'm going to...
Oh wait, I had a kid.
Yeah, I have a kid.
I have a kid, and...
Again, Barry hugs all the boys. I think you want to flip it together. Since Barry's stacking his family the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to get married again.
You are?
Yeah.
Now this is called remarriage.
Oh. Alright. Gonna marry Marguerite. She's a physician. It's gonna cost me 1. I get 2 prestige. And every time I draw a child for her, I draw 2 and I keep 1 of my choice.
Okay.
And discard the other. I got the same card because I am forever destined to only draw female cards.
Okay. Now, each couple can only have 3 children unless a card effect will change that. But normally it's 3 children. Okay, when you are able to draw multiple children, as I will be able to with this blue marker if I ever use it, you must resolve them one at a time in case one of them complication of birth cards come up. And with the markers, you must use all your player markers. Okay, you cannot choose to pass on one of the player markers, but you can pass on these additional markers. Okay, because once they're used, they're done, and you will have these additional markers till the end of your generation, and then you'll discard them if you have not used them. You're done, Jen?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That turn.
like I said, I am going to use my additional marker here. And I am going to have the fertility doctor help me out here. Okay, now this will cost me 2 coins. Okay, and 1 friend card in my hand. So I had to discard a friend hand.
Friend card.
What did I say?
Friend hand.
Friend hand? What's wrong with that? Okay, so I am going to do that. And now I will be able to have 2 children. Possibly, depending on whether I draw a complication of birth or not. Okay, and I did not. Alright. And that'll be the end of my action. And like I said, I'm at the maximum now. Every couple can only have 3 children. Okay, Jennifer, your turn.
Again, all boys.
All boys. I did shuffle this. I shuffled it really well. I did.
Sure. I'm going to acquire a title.
Okay, now titles are usually just prestige points and wealth.
Cost me 2,
okay.
So I will need some change. And
which one are you buying?
It cost me this
2, 3.
also.
Okay.
I'm going to be the banneret.
Okay, now with titles, like I said, they'll give you extra prestige and cash and stuff like that. You can only have 1 title per couple, or actually it's per family member, in case the family member isn't married yet. But you can only have 1 of them per couple. And these will get swapped out at the end of the round. There's the one level here for both contributions and the title now. Next generation will be 2s. Following generation will be 3.
Which we always forget to change out.
Yes.
Until we go to buy them.
And we'll try to do that this time.
We'll try to remember.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here to the marriage place on my board, and I'm going to arrange a marriage with one of my children. Alright, so to do that, you simply go through your hand and place the opposite sex. You can't have same-sex marriages back then. With one of your children. Get one of my boys here married to Isabel. Okay, now, being that it's an arranged marriage, you would place the card upside down, and you would pay or get paid the price of the card. Now, but any of the special abilities or special icons aren't used until the child grows up. However, any of the symbols, the either a trait or ethnic symbols, do count in your family. Okay, Jennifer, so it's your turn.
I have no more tokens.
And neither do I, so we'll both pass. That'll be the end of the round. So, like I said,
go away.
All these additional pawns will go away. They cannot be used anymore. Okay, we will take back our player tokens. And then we will move the round marker up. Okay, and first thing we'll do is get paid for our income. So mine is
2.
2.
And mine is 2.
And Jennifer's 2. Oh, I was looking at the influence.
I know, but you're looking
the
at it.
board's backwards, yeah.
I was going to say, you can give me a 2 also.
Okay, and then we will go to the second round. I will get the first player marker. And we will continue. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I am going to socialize, okay, which will allow me to get some more friends. Alright, but I'm going to pay $1 so I could socialize for 2 friends.
But you can't just leave one card up there by itself, so you get to have...
I'd have to take all 3.
For the price of 2.
Right. Okay, and then I just simply place them in my hand and we refill with new friends.
Our new friends will be John, the bankrupted lord, Claire, supporter of the academy, Eugenia, the Zarina's friend, Olga, the young widow, and Pierre, the newspaper owner, which I can't reach that.
Okay.
I'm going to have another child. Now, my wife gets to draw 2 and decide which one she wants. And finally, she has a boy.
Okay. Okay, goes back to me. I am going to marry off one of my kids. I'm going to marry my middle boy here to Veronique. Okay. Okay, so I will get $1 for Veronique or Frank. I think it might be Frank. They call him coin in the book. But we are in France in the 1700s or something like that. Okay, so it goes back to Jen. Now again, none of the special abilities take effect till the children grow up, but any of the national flags or traits, symbols, would automatically take effect in the family.
I'm going to arrange a marriage. My boy is going to marry Angelique, the shopkeeper.
And this brings up a good point.
She's not an attractive woman.
No, she is not. If you notice, the women cards are pink and the males are tan. Okay, some people, the portrait's a little iffy.
Sometimes the women are very masculine.
And likewise, the males are very feminine.
Yeah.
In some of them. So,
or just scary.
Keep an eye on the border there behind the name. Pink's the female, the tan is for males.
I will take 4 coins though, however.
4 coins?
Yes.
Okay, now.
I I could give you 1 and you could give me a 5 if you'd like.
The money in this game is not finite. You know, if it runs out, simply use a substitution. Okay? Which I can see happening in a 4-player game. I don't really see it too much in a 2-player. Or a 3-player for that matter, I don't think.
We've come close.
Yeah.
With 3.
Alright.
So, can you go? You have no more turns. I have no more turns.
No, so that is the end of the round. So, the end of this round is a little different. First thing we're going to do is collect money, again, for our income. I will get 2. Jen, still
we'll
2?
2. Yes.
Okay. Next, this symbol here means that we will get 1 honor point for every prestige we have. So, if we look here on our player board for the shield symbol here, this track, I have 1.
And I have 4.
Already?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we'll get 1 honor point for each child we have. So I have 3. Whoop.
I have 3.
And Jennifer has 3. Okay. Now we go on to the second generation. First thing that happens there is we will randomly deal out one of these additional pawn markers to
Orange and red.
each player. Okay.
You gonna do it?
You can do it.
Okay. I have a very technical way of doing it.
Yes, you could do it like Jen does, shaking her hand or grab a bag or something.
Oops, that didn't work.
Too
My
many.
technical way did not work the first time.
Our technical way is flawed. Okay. So the green will hit the table first.
So that's you.
Alright. Okay, so
I had yellow last time.
y'all again allow Jen to buy mansion or titles or contributions. The green one will allow you to buy a mansion. Okay. Now the next step is that the children grow up beginning with the first player. Okay, and then the first player will choose which order they want the children to grow up because some card effects can trigger different things.
Right, like you may have a card that says you get a star for every certain ethnicity in your family. So you might want to switch that one over after you do some other ones.
Right, so my eldest boy here grows up. Okay, and Isabella's special ability is discard any number of friend cards from my hand and draw the same amount of friend cards from the draw deck instead of from the face-up cards. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do here? I think I will do that. I will discard 2. And then Jen, can you hand me 2 friend cards from the draw deck? Okay, next I will draw 2 face-up cards.
Shouldn't you do the... I don't know. Does it matter?
No, I
Which
don't
side
think
you do
so.
first?
Well, it depends on the card's ability.
No, I meant like do this part and then that part.
I think it depends on the card ability. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll take
A dude.
a dude. 1 prestige point for Isabella. My next kid grows up. And then Veronica, I don't know, Verna.
Veronica works.
She'll do her thing, so I'll gain 2 more. So I'll grab all 3, because remember, you cannot have 1 card out there back by itself. And I will get the yellow marker. Okay, the yellow additional marker. I forgot to take my player bars down. Okay, and then finally my youngest boy will grow up, and he is Don Juan. So, what that allows me to do is take 1 female friend card as soon as they come out. Who we got?
Okay, we have Stacy, the magnet son. Antonia, the landowner's daughter. Chantal, the butcher's daughter. Mustafa, the spice explorer.
See, this is what I was talking about.
I know.
Mustafa.
And
Okay.
Charles, the king's emissary. You should have held on to the ladies because you get to pick one.
Yeah, I just didn't know how many were coming out. So, I'll choose one of these. I'll keep Chantal. I'll put Antonia back out there. Alright, so now to go back over to Jen. And she will raise her children.
Okay. So, my daughter has a beautiful smile, and this generation, each time I ask a friend for money, I'll get one extra.
Okay.
I have a regular daughter. Not that she's not beautiful. And my son, who's married to Angelique, so I get a face-up card for her, and they may have up to 4 children.
So that was one of the cards I was talking about that'll break the 3 children rule. So Jen will take one of the face-up cards.
I will.
We're actually on this step here. While Jen's doing that, I'm going to swap out these new cards because I just looked at them and remembered. Okay, so now we got Patron of Paris. Give us a face-down card from the draw stack and 2 prestige points. We have the Marquis, which will give us a card from the draw stack, 2 prestige points, and an income. And finally, we have City Mayor, and that'll give us 2 face-down cards from a stack and 2 prestige points. And then our contributions we can do over here are the banquet. Okay, that'll give us 3 honor points and 2 friend cards from the draw stack. We had the court ballet, or ballot. It's 1 honor point and 2 prestige points.
Ballet.
Ballet. All right. And next we have Noble Patriot, which, Noble Portrait, which will give us 4 honor points. Okay, and then these cards that we used previously will just get discarded. All right.
Should you not have had children?
What?
You're married. Do they not have children?
They're just raised. They can't. What do you mean?
They're married.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. So now that the children grew up,
Why are there 2 piles?
each one will have a child. It was blocking a view. So I'm sorry, I forgot about that. All right. So each of my married couples will have a child. Same with Jen.
No, question about Don Juan here. You just take a female, you don't have to stick her with him.
It just says take
Okay.
one female.
Okay.
Jen.
Yes, now I will take my children.
Right.
Surprise.
And Jen will get the first player, and we will finally begin round 3.